What would you say if I told you that our systems of agriculture are massively underperforming? And while I am talking about actual output, I'm talking about other intangibles too, like sustainability, resilience, level of effort required, environmental impact, and even social justice. Hi, welcome to the Lehr Innovations channel. That's what we're going to be talking about here. Before I jump into that a little bit, I want to introduce myself. My name is Edmund Williams. I am a civil engineer and an innovator in the area of sustainable and resilient agriculture, specifically working on urban agriculture. I am the inventor of the Lehr Garden. The Lehr Garden is something that, while we're going to be talking about the impacts of it, I'm not going to talk a lot about the gardens themselves. So if you have more questions about what a Lehr Garden is, check out our other channels at Lehr Gardens on YouTube or Instagram, Facebook, etc. We've got a lot of information already out there about how the gardens themselves work. But the purpose of this channel here is we're going to talk about some of the deeper impacts, some of the opportunities that a Lehr garden brings to the table to really make measurable change. I just want to talk a little bit like that about that as an introduction here, but that's certainly going to be the primary topic of this channel. We're going to be talking with other people who we're working with in the field, other experts. A lot of it's just going to be talking about kind of lining out some of the different ways that things work. This is going to be a nerdy channel, so I'm going to dig in pretty deep on some of these topics. So if that sounds like something you might be interested in, subscribe and come on back. I'm going to be posting pretty regularly. I have a lot to say on the topic. So as kind of an introduction, I want to talk a little bit about why a Lehr garden has the ability to make some of these changes. A Lehr garden is an automated garden system, and what it does is it uses biology as part of the automation. And that actually brings a pretty incredible advantage to the system, because that biology has the ability to change some of the things that are normally manually controlled. And that's certainly a topic I'll be talking a lot about more. But when we talk about urban agriculture, if we want really sustainable, resilient agriculture, we need a lot more urban agriculture. And the best way to do that, the land that we have available in the urban area, is going to be in individuals' backyards. And if you want an individual to opt into becoming an urban farmer, which you can do on as little as 1,000 square feet, maybe even less than that. But we have these large backyards, especially in areas. I'm in Arizona, and we have a lot of urban sprawl here in Arizona and across the country, really. So if we want to take advantage of that urban sprawl, and take the space that we have and use it to produce food, not just for ourselves but for our communities, then we need three things to do that. Number one, we need a method of agriculture that's going to be ideally suited for those conditions. And a Lehr garden is designed to do that. And I'll talk more about that later. But we also need a community that's built around urban agriculture. And those communities are forming, but also kind of exist in some stage or another. They do need a little bit more development, but in a lot of places, certainly here in southern Arizona, those communities already exist. We just need to make them a little bit more robust and comprehensive, and then we need funding. And how awesome would it be if the gardens themselves could provide the profitability to create that funding? And so that's what we're going to be talking about, is how do we transform that urban agriculture? How do we transform the way that people produce food in a way that's going to be viable, in a way that's going to be sustainable, in a way that's going to be resilient? That really is the sole purpose of this YouTube channel. So come check it out with me. We've got a lot to talk about.